Here we go again. We're starting off again, and I've got to go through it all again, haven't I? Just to tell you about who the poets are, for those that are coming in now. So tonight, Christine will be reading "How May I Compare" by Johnny J.P. Lee, "Solitude" by Paya Gosh, "A Singular Bird" by Kathy Wagner Coates, and "Let It Rain" by Catherine Pagano. I will be reading "Believe in Yourself" by Paul Sebastian, "Manic Mechanic" by Sheila Webb, and "Be Patient," one written by myself. Marna will be reading "The Player" by Chris Edridge, "Closure" by Scott Buffington, "The Commission" by David Wagner, "One Untitled" by Keith Forsyth, and "Small" by Colette Crowe. Nina will be reading "Happily Never After" by Alejandra Isgrig, "My Kaleidoscope Mind" by Shelley Gambino, "Witches and Muses" by Jeanette Nell-LaRue, "In the Whispery Quiet of the Night" by Annie Johnson, "Fly High" by Robin Mummery, "Beloved" by Debbie Klingel-Smith, and "Shady Truths" by Dylan Mackenzie. Good evening to everyone and welcome back, and thank you all for coming back. And I've read the moral story, but I'm not gonna have to read it again because we're starting all over again. But I might go to a different one actually. Yeah, we'll do a different one because I've done that, and I'll do a different one instead. So let's see what we come up with here. Let's see what the computer throws at us. And I hope this is working now this time. Part 2, Chris. Part 2. The other part is late. You're not late, Charlotte. You're just in time, my love. "The Bear and Two Friends," this one is called. So let's see "The Bear and Two Friends." Once two friends were walking through the forest. They knew that anything dangerous can happen to them at any time. So they promised each other that they would remain united in any case of danger. Suddenly, they saw a large bird approaching them. One of the friends at once climbed a nearby tree, but the other one did not know how to climb. So being led by his common sense, he lay down on the ground, breathless, pretending to be a dead man. What a clever thing to do. That's a meal for the bear. The bear came near the man lying on the ground. It smelt his ears and slowly left the place. Because the bears do not touch the dead creatures. Now the friend in the tree came down and asked his friend on the ground, "Friend, what did the bear tell you into your ears?" The other friend replied, "The bear advised me not to believe a false friend." Oh yeah. Moral of the story, true friend is one who always supports and stands by you in any situation. Yes. Oh yes. I like that one as well. These are really moral stories tonight. We will get the other one done another week. I know we will. Without a shadow of doubt. Let me see who's in here. Yeah, let's put Nina, your camera's gone this time. Don't know, you're off camera. But however, Dan, welcome back.
Take two.
Well, Christine, I think it's working this time. I've changed over. Nina advised me change over from the broadband to the data, the mobile data. Yeah. So let's go to mobile data and see how this goes.
See what's happening. Yeah. It's very strange, isn't it, that it keeps cutting off?
It's
very odd.
Oh, it's absolutely. I know you're there, Nina, but there's no camera for you. You're not on the connection for it to be added. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But Christine, you've got a shed load for tonight.
I have got quite a lot for tonight. Yes, I have. But I don't know who's actually in at the moment. Whether we should start with the people I was going to read. I saw that Kathy Wagner was in. Kathy Wagner was here, but whether she is now or not on the second run, I don't know.
You were going to read 5 particular poems, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was going to give that. I was going to give that a bit of time to let people come in first of all, and possibly start with one or two of the other ones first. I was going to start with Johnny, but I don't think Johnny's in. Is he at the moment?
I haven't seen Johnny's name go up now.
No, I haven't seen his name go up either, so I'll leave that for a bit later in case he comes in later on. Kathy Wagner Coates was here, wasn't she?
Kathy was here, but when I close the video, she's not come back through yet, but I'm sure she will as we go along.
Oh, right, yeah. And what about Catherine Pagano,
No,
is she there?
no.
No, there's nobody there tonight. Oh dear. Pia Gosh?
Oh, there's loads here. Uh,
Yeah.
Pia can't get in every time. A lot of them have
All
the
right.
family and family dinner. Eva Marie, welcome. Nice to see you back.
Right. Oh, well, I'll just start with one or two then, and then do the little game that we thought we'd play, afterwards, and then try a couple more.
Cool.
So, how many? We've got quite a few people in
We
already,
have
haven't
quite
we?
a few in at the minute, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll start then with Catherine MLP Pagano, and the poem is called Let It Rain. Let me take a stroll, he thought, down this memory lane, where quiet contemplations fall like drops of rain. I'll think about my life and the trials that I've been through. I'll think about what could have been while I ponder thoughts of you. For all of my successes in this life that I have built, a void exists where you belong, in the tapestry of my guilt. You are threads of gold and silver, with character of the finest weave. You are shimmering stones of velvet, a vision I dare to conceive. And yet you are not here. In this place you'll never be. Only in my thoughts are you standing next to me. And so the rain continues to fall as I reach my palace door. Thoughts of you continue in dreams as I lay upon my humble dirt floor.
There's so much colour in that poem, isn't there? So
Love,
much emotion.
love,
It's beautiful. It's
yeah,
absolutely gorgeous.
very, very lovely. Especially when it's called Let It Rain. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. At the minute, we've had loads of rain. It's been brilliant. But
Have you?
yeah, it's become so musty. There's no air coming through. Yeah, and the cloud,
Yeah, very heavy.
the heat on that line, and it's absolutely horrible. So muggy. It is horrible.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah. When it gets very humid, it makes you very tired,
Just,
doesn't it, when it's like that?
just drained, just no energy whatsoever. Like,
We've been up
I
to.
brother Mike, and Michael's come in. So is Rosie.
Oh yes, I saw. Yeah, I saw you was there. Hi, bro. I'm feeling a bit better, a little bit better, but I still can't hear. Just to let them know, I haven't spoken to my brother for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
So, hello, everybody. I'm deaf, but I'm here.
Well, there's your first one under your belt already.
Sorry?
There's your first one under your belt already for tonight.
The first one under the
First
belt,
on
yes,
the
definitely.
thorn.
So the second one I'm going to do is from Pia. This is a lovely one called Solitude. It's very short, but very, very poignant, I think. Solitude by Pia Gosh. I am addicted to the emptiness of my solitude, the silence of my trance, and the timelessness of my dreams, because it is there that I can meet you without any hindrance, can love you without any encumbrance, and can remain as your eternal beloved.
Found that one belonging to Paya on Thursday, and I asked
Yeah.
straight away, could we have it? Yeah, there was no name, there was no title to the poem when we asked, and we came up with Solitude. Yeah, and this is a little piece, an absolute love.
It's gorgeous, yeah. It's so tiny, but very, very poignant. Yeah, she writes beautifully.
Small holds a lot more, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's amazing how people with just a few lines could really pack a punch.
Yeah.
It's very clever, lovely. So the next one I'm going to do, even though he's not here, but I'm sure he'll listen in at some point because he usually does, is the one from Johnny P. Lee, and this is called How May I Compare? Oh, how may thy sweetness be compared, the smell of roses dew in honey pure? Be thou my nightly blessed sword, piercing my heart, imprisoned thus, splitting my spirit to seeking thee, slaying my soul by truth imbued. Oh, how may thy charms be so transformed? Be thou my charm, or let me be charmed by the fragrant lavenders in open fields, in dreams as the angels soothe my face, fanning refreshing air as thou pass by, falling to my knees, kiss thy royal feet. Oh, how may thy smile be aptly expressed, 1,000 golden sunflowers in the sun. Thy smile be my elixir of addictive joy. Enchantingly, a day I am held captive, fondness growing each passing day, tenderness sampled by thy touch. Oh, how shall thy kiss be worthily spoken, a kiss of life that takes my breath away. I die 1,000 times when we kiss, the mist in the river beckoning me, rapture of my being in intoxication, to the mingling of spirits beloved.
That's Johnny Special, isn't it? Johnny Special,
Gorgeous.
heart and soul, the whole spirit.
Gorgeous. Yeah, it's very lovely.
Beautiful.
He's got so many different styles as well. I mean, you know, a lot of the stuff he's done is quite religious, but he changes quite a bit. Does a lot of different things.
But he always seems to get the spirit in there, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he does. Very much so. Yeah, definitely. So I hope, is Kathy back with us now?
No.
Has she come back in?
Me? No, I'm going through them there now.
Kathy Wagner. Oh, what a shame.
We're probably going to be jipped over now to the recording when she'll come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she perhaps will. Yeah. Okay, I'll read this. This is another lovely one. This is called A Singular Bird by Kathy Wagner Coates. A Singular Bird. I stroll along the crisp edges of night, where street lamps blush with muted light, peeking through trees, while uneven gusts of summer wind swirl skyward like a swarm of bees. Round and round, a simulating flare, a miniature tornado, harmless, except to the singular bird, out of sync and mid-flight. This feels like home to me, this night, as rain begins to fall and tires roll along the streets, spitting water at the curbs, spitting water at my feet. Nothing disturbs this aura of freedom surrounding me in such familiar spaces as I reach for it and tuck it slyly beneath my coat, knowing I will sleep with the solace of a child's soul on the crisp edges of my dreams tonight, a bird at peace after a stormy flight.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, beautiful. Got this one. Actually, I was supposed to read it on the 5th, and I absolutely totally forgot I had it in my messenger.
All right.
And I hadn't sent it. Nina usually sends me them back in a file so I can read them from the laptop. I forgot to send it. And Kathy, I do apologise, and it was well worth waiting for, by the way.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, lovely. Really love that one.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I got to read it 4 times anyway, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now I thought we'd have a bit of fun. So I thought when a few people are in, so we can have a little play. I thought I would read 5 poems from the team members, from you, yourself, John, from me, from Nina Tilo, from Myrna, and from Charlotte Rains, who does the greeting. So I've got 5 different poems. I'll tell you the titles in a moment. And I thought that maybe the public, if they want to, can try and have a guess who wrote which poem, which of the one of us wrote which poem, and see how they do. See whether they can get us sussed.
Yes. Oh, yes. Go on. Give them a run.
So I'll give them a run for the money. Absolutely. So I'll give you the five titles first. Okay. And then, as I say, the poets are John Kavanagh, Nina Tilo, Myrna de Badgerow, Christine Barker, and Charlotte Rains. Not in any particular order, okay? The titles are, if anybody wants to write them down so they can try and guess, is the first one I'm going to read is called The Little Red Coat. The second one is called Diamond. The third, The Phone Call. The fourth, Concerto's Ghost. And the fifth, We. Okay, so I'll just repeat those again. First one is The Little Red Coat. Second, Diamond. Third, The Phone Call. Fourth, Concerto's Ghost. And fifth, We. Okay, let's see how you do. See if you can guess which of us wrote which.
Are we allowed?
Here we go. Sorry?
Are we allowed guess?
You know them, I think, don't you? Anyway, I think the team knows them all probably. But yes, you can guess at the ones you don't know, but I think you know them all
Yeah.
anyway. So here we go. The first one, the little red coat. She wore a little red coat, passed down from her sister Sue. She didn't mind all the patches, and she proudly wore it to school. The children pointed and laughed as she tried to hide her tears. They hadn't heard the stories passed down through all the years. A white patch came from her grandma, from her favourite gingham gown. It was a gift from her own mother, and she lovingly passed it down. The pink one came from Mama. It holds many of her tears. It came from her pink apron, worn for many long, hard years. The blue patch tells a story of a brother who passed away. He went to be with his daddy. He was lost on Christmas Day. The yellow patch, last of all, came from her Uncle Ben. He bought the coat for her sister Sue, and was never seen again. So which one of us is that then?
Oh, that's put a cat on the pigeon straight away.
Yeah, we'll see. Here we go. Somebody's already guessing. That's great.
I've heard,
Okay.
the poem before.
Yeah, interesting.
It's remembering the poet's name. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, good. Here we go. So the second one, this is Diamond. Called a harlot, fallen woman, long abandoned in this life. She'd been taken by delinquents, held to ransom with a knife. None would look for her or miss her. She was friendless, without home, left to fend for her existence. Dark night streets she'd bleakly roamed. Known to those who paid as Diamond, they considered her a gem. She would never give her true name. This one thing she'd keep from them. For the rest of her was auctioned to the man with money spare. She would glitter, blaze and sparkle in pretence she had no cares. Her facade now cut and polished, her impurities well hid. She seemed flawless as the gemstone, treasured beauty up for bid. She dispersed with cheap and tawdry, an adornment now of class, worth each penny to those dazzled by unbreakable fake glass. As they fell within her sorcery, claiming love forevermore, she would sneer at their pronouncements, disingenuous to her core. Hardened heart, just as the carbon which she based herself upon, every man she bled for vengeance against those who'd done her wrong. They desired this priceless paragon at the cost of decency. All relinquished social conscience she encouraged wantonly. She would blind them with her radiance, and her lustre burnt their souls. She was no one's gleaming trinket. None would wear her or take hold.
Do you know what? There is a deep sadness to that one in one sense,
Yeah,
and a great
fascinating.
inspiration in another sense, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really, absolutely brilliantly done. And
brilliant.
I've read the poem,
Yeah,
but the five names you've given us, I know I've not written either of the first two, that's for definite. I know that. But
yeah,
the two, I will get my head around it as we go along.
yeah. You don't know who that is?
No. I
You don't?
I
All
know
right,
the
okay.
poem so well. I read it a couple of months
Yes,
back in a group.
okay.
I have read the
Oh,
poem, Diamond, and
uh,
I cannot remember who wrote the poem.
all right, interesting. Oh, there you go. It's fun then, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
it is, right. So the third one is called The Phone Call. She rang your home. How strange. You didn't think she could. But in her position, it should have been obvious she would. She saw a chance to save herself, unluckily for you. You did what she asked of you, took the bait she threw. Her phone call was a last resort to force you to choose between her husband and your own. How could she possibly lose? She won't be the one to tell him she called. It won't be her he will blame. She doesn't hate you. What's the point? Your hurt and hers is the same. You brought it upon yourself, should not have interfered. Now you must leave, forbidden to explain why you have disappeared. You feel robbed of your secret lover, feel hurt there was no other way. You thanked her for calling, taking it all, asked her to tell him why for you one day.
Have I heard that one before? I can't. No, I've not heard that one before.
Uh-huh.
Or have I heard that one before? Oh
I don't know.
dear, dear.
Maybe you have. I
Oh
don't
dear, I
know.
need to go back to the doctor, I think.
The Dark
Oh
Ages, yeah.
God.
Fun though, isn't it? Hey, thought it might just be a little bit of a fun for somebody. So, okay, and the fourth one, which is my next to my last one, is Concerto's Ghost. She pushes open fear's portal, entering her mausoleum of silence. Stifling, stale air assails her senses, almost choking her determination to bury the memories that haunt. A piano sits quietly in the company of dust motes and a concerto's ghost, no longer mocking but clearly indifferent. How long has it been? She wonders. Days, weeks, months begin to slip away, flinging her headlong into her nightmare. Of their own volition, slippered footsteps carry her forward, demanding an intervention, a cleansing, an acceptance of truth. Sheets of yesterday's joy still wait, as though she had never left them, as though the melodies had not been silenced. Icy fingers touch her heartbreak, and eyes, wide as an azure sky, close quickly against such pain, such loss. Just one key, she says herself, as a quiver echoes within the depths of her soul. But hands long denied their passion move with unerring certainty upon ivory memories and ebony dreams. She weeps into the silence until but one tear is left to fall, and her final chord, it too, falls into the depths of forever. The dust motes dance away while a concerto's ghost applauds, and she sits quietly wondering if it can ever be enough to simply remember the music, to mourn its loss, and to accept the silence. She remembers the melodies of yesterday, their echoes clinging to a distant dream, a forgotten song. Could she ever truly forget? Even in the silence, her passion lingers. She will play again, and her blue eyes will close against the pain, the loss. It will be enough. It must be.
I'm gonna agree with Dale Warren on this one. In his comment, sad but a good sad. That is
Yeah.
a good sad poem. It is, and there is good sadness as well as bad sadness, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
These poems are
yeah.
something else. These are quite good.
I'll be interested to see the comments when I get a chance to look at them to see what people are, coming up
Well,
with.
the
Because
third one, who made the guess? Let me just see. Somebody's made it.
one or two of
It's
them,
Edward.
some guesses.
I said the third one is yours. But we're not going to tell
Uh-huh.
you, Chris, until the 2nd of September, my friend.
We'll reveal all at the
Yeah.
end. If you don't
Oh,
forget to do it, we'll reveal at the
because
end.
you like to do
Yeah.
the revelation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to do it, will I?
Oh,
Okay.
because you know who it is.
I know who they all are. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And the last one is called We. Okay. I shall take you in my arms tonight and hold you close to me. We'll live our lifelong fairy tale. Let both our souls roam free. Right through the universe we'll traipse, among the stars we'll play, capture one or two whilst there, to always light our way. I'll sing your favourite song tonight, your heart I'll serenade, light that fire inside your eyes that your soul may be displayed. I'll dance with you the whole night through, I'll never let you go. Forever and a day, my dear, my love for you will grow. I'll take the moon down from the sky, and there we both can live. I'll create the greatest garden, love, and all to you I'll give. I will make for you a waterfall where water cascades free to celebrate the many years you gave your love to me.
Yes. Wow.
Lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
Lovely love poem. Yeah.
Oh dear. I want a moon.
Yeah.
I want a moon with a garden and a waterfall and anything else.
Well, I shall leave you all guessing and in suspense and then reveal all later on, you know.
Oh dear. Guys,
So the people...
you're caught between a rock and a hard place now. Christine
Fun though.
has now got you on a string.
Have a play, guys. Enjoy the fun. Yeah.
Christine,
Some of them.
feel all at the finish. Don't worry. She won't.
Yes.
I can't. Please don't moon, John. Thanks, Nina.
What's she saying?
Please don't moon. Promise. Oh dear, oh dear. So,
there you go. I'm all finished. I've got through all 9 of mine. How about that? Isn't that amazing?
And it's been brilliant having the whole team here tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I'm delighted you're back. Absolutely delighted.
Yeah, I think Charlotte's had to leave. She's busy, I think, but maybe she'll catch it on the recording anyway. But yeah, I'm glad to be back with you all. I really have missed you, but I'm sorry, I couldn't hear at all last week. Really, there was no point, and I'm still struggling a bit, as you can see. But I think my voice is okay, isn't it?
Your voice is perfect. Absolutely brilliant.
It sounds like a tin can.
Hey?
It sounds like a tin can inside my head.
I would imagine.
It sounds really strange to me, but I think it's okay from the outside. So, yeah, we're okay.
Are you going to reveal before I close you, or are you coming back?
Whichever you like, darling. I don't mind at all.
It'll be nearly 11:30, won't it? Or 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Shall I reveal now? Are we all finished? Are we all busy? Have we finished revealing? Reveal now, says Tina.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We'll start.
Dale says,
we'll take them.
Dale says he sees a bad moon rising. I see a bad moon rising. Okay, what's this? Oh, yes, great. Have you back? Yes, you're back. Right, good. Okay, I'll reveal all then. So what do you think, John? You're the host, so you have a guess. What do you think?
Well, the one I know best of all is we. I know that's me.
Yes, that was you. That's right.
Yeah.
What about the little red coat? Who do you think did that one?
Which one?
The little red coat.
I'm gonna go with Charlotte Rains for the little red coat.
That's correct. It is. What about the phone call?
The phone call can be one of 2 people. I'm gonna go the phone call with you.
Correct.
Wow.
Absolutely right.
Wow.
So now you've got 2 to guess. We've got Diamond and we've got Concerto's Ghost. So which is Nina and which is Myrna?
I'm gonna go Diamond. Don't tell me until I say the 2 of them. I'll go Diamond with Myrna and Concerto's Ghost with Nina.
Wrong! Concerto's Ghost is Myrna's and Diamond is Nina's. Yeah.
Well done. That's how.
So there you go.
That's how well they all write. You can't. I mean, you can't fall 3 out of 5.
Stunning poems, really. Stunning poems. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys had a bit of fun anyway, and I certainly enjoyed reading them all, and nice to read, from the team, I think, now and again.
Oh yes.
So
well, I'm delighted.
I mean, for me to read some from the team rather than the team reading their own,
yes.
Which is quite nice. I think so they can hear their own stuff.
Every poet loves to hear something outside of their own head.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes a big difference to the way you've actually written the poem and everything else. To hear how an actual listener or reader hears that poem themselves and how
exactly.
Beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be nice because Myrna always reads her own stuff. I thought it'd be nice for me to read one of hers, and I love her work so much, and I love Nina's work as well. And I love all your work. So, I thought it'd be nice for them to hear my voice rather than their own sometimes, and for you as well.
Yeah, I love hearing somebody else's voice in my poetry. Absolutely
Yeah,
love it. It gives me an awakening in myself because I know how it sounds in my head, but it's always nice to know how it sounds in somebody else's head.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
writing them for. You're writing them for everybody out there.
Yeah,
So it's great to hear
yeah.
somebody express. But thank you, Christine, for tonight. You are a star.
You're very welcome. Glad to be back with you all at long
Delighted
last.
you're back. Have a lovely
Yeah,
week ahead. And good luck with
I will do. And we'll see you next week, hopefully.
please.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, bye. Love.
Lots
Lots of love to
of
everyone.
love. Bye
Bye.
bye, Christine.
Bye.
Oh, what a return from Christine Barker. Wow, what can I say? Choo, choo, choo. Wow. I was going to do something just then, and I think I forgot what I was going to do. But that's okay. It comes with age, it matures. I'll forget something else. Now I know what I was going to do. I was going to stick this in here, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. Boing. Before we get closed down altogether, there'll be no battery running. Well, who have I got now? Nina, you've still not got a camera. I don't believe it. Your camera's disappeared again. You're not on the ad list. Where has Myrna gone? Myrna, 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 Myrna. Add Myrna. Here she comes. Here she comes. She's in the room now in a second. She will be in the room in a second. Myrna Three Badro. Well,
Hello.
welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Let me tell you, when Christine was reading my poem, I was like going, she's reading it so beautifully. I forgot I'm the one that wrote that.
Nina, I hope that camera stays there, my dear. It's back now. So, Myrna,
Oh,
you've been a busy little bee, haven't you?
yes, I have.
Yeah,
Wrong with that.
yeah.
I like being a busy little bee. I've been a busy little bee anyway because I have a son that has been in and out of the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, he broke his arm.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yes, he had to have plates and screws put in. And then the idiot developed an infection in his incision and stuff.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yes. Of course, it's the same kid that broke his leg a few years ago, and guess what? The same thing happened. You think maybe he ought to sports alone? Yeah.
You know.
The first one he did playing football. This one he did playing softball.
I love consistency. I absolutely love consistency.
Well, I'm beginning to not love stupidity. You know.
Oh no, no, not like stupidity. It's just the consistency of stupidity is fantastic.
Oh, and then he was playing basketball one day and almost broke his nose. So,
Oh,
huh?
oh my God. So,
Yeah, he doesn't.
so
He
before
doesn't
we
take after.
fall apart in agony, who have you got for me?
I've got 2 new ones and 3 of our regulars, and I'm going to read them in no particular order.
I love that. That's a great plan. That's a brilliant plan.
Are we ready to start?
I am. Yes.
Okay. The first one I'm reading is by a new poet, and her name is Colette Crow. And the name of this poem is Small. I'm going to tell you right now, these poems are just so in different areas. I was like, wow, but this is small. I am as small as can be. What will I be? Am I a seed or a nut? A question and a but. On the ground or on a branch will I be found? Can you tell? Can you see? Am I a branch as part of a tree or just me, big and bold maybe? But how old would I be? Will I be young and last forever? Or will the wildlife be oh so clever? I think now that I have shown just what I am and how big I have grown, I am an oak, big and bold and strong as you can be. Because I am a tree, and this is me, fearless and strong, my years forever long. For I started small and will end my days. As I started them, I am sure, but my seeds will fall and replenish this land and carry on forevermore.
There you go.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love when nature is put to humanity and it's placed side by side. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, now my next one is by Chris Pinkin. Pinkin.
Wow,
Sorry,
there's a new one.
Chris. It's Crispy Skin. And this is called The Player. And Chris told me to choose the one that I wanted, so I did. The Player. When you look at your reflection, do you see those lines of time written in blue indelible ink on the inside of your mind? Can you decipher the hieroglyphics in those messages hidden there? If you could, and it was understood, will you still just stand there and stare? Would you think about your story? What is it supposed to mean? Would it make any difference if you could read each scene of every act you have yet to play as someone's king or queen? Would you still be the player of this midsummer night's dream?
Oh, that is lovely. That is. That's a touch of Shakespeare there, Chris.
Oh, I know, Chris. Now, I got to tell you, Chris, I'm glad you're here. But yeah, I had to choose that one.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
Oh yes. You've got a good selection now.
Oh, wait, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm like, it's like when I put these in the list that I did, I'm like, this is when I say like this will be last but not least. I mean it. I did these 5 poems are fantastic. The next one is by David Wagner, who is also here. Hi, David. And this is called The Commission. Hands dragging me from my bed, servants shouting, "Come!" A silent man waits, a trip through the empty streets. The room where servants will scrub the blood from the floor. That lovely white face, Margaret's dragon. On the bedpost high, my paints thrust into my hands, my device to tell the tale. 2 candles, one burning still, the other cut short and snuffed. The couple parting, and together, that woman in childbirth lost, shown always with child. You know what I'm coming? Remains ever hopeful.
I know.
It's about, yes, it's about losing the mother and the child in childbirth.
Wow.
And I didn't tell David why this touched me so because actually I was almost in this when I had my miscarriage. Yes, it was not good.
I can't but just feel for that situation. And as a man, I would have no.
Yeah,
In-
yeah, and you say that, and when it happened to me, or almost happened to me, I kept thinking of my husband and my kids, and I'm like, oh, my, because I had 2 kids already, and I'm just, mm.
Wow.
So again, that's another one that just touched me totally.
Well, do you want
Now the
to
next,
do one while you
uh,
recover?
what's that?
Shall I do one while you recover? You get yourself together. Do you want me to do one?
No, I'm good.
Are you
I'm good.
sure?
hmm
Okay.
The next one is from a new one, a new poet to the show, and it's called Closure, and the poet is Scott Buffington.
Now, before you read Scott, I just want to say hello to a lady here, Rose Hannah. And she just made a lovely compliment to the show, actually. Watching and listening to my favourite show. And that's beautiful because it goes
Yes.
to everybody, the community, the readers, the team, everybody. Thank you, Rose. Really appreciate that. Sorry, Marnie, you go ahead now.
Don't be sorry. This is called Closure by Scott Buffington. Good night, goodbye. This heart's asleep. Recourse to coma, self-induced. Armored in hibernation's keep. Unconscious mind can't be seduced. To ghost allows to haunt around. Both souls adrift. May mishap meet. Prefer a death to chance be found upon a cratered common street. Let past be past, no lesson learned. Sick teachings, courses best forgot. Force bell, forced, yeah, force bells unrung and wicks unburned, with no regard for afterthought. No memories that beg erased, bad or good, effaced complete. No morning love's reflected face, nor taste of parting bittersweet.
Oh, yes. How deeply beautiful.
I told you.
Wow.
This was like,
Whew. We've got a night of wonderful poetry here going.
exactly. I was so happy with my search, even for our poets we've read before. It was really great because, like, again, for Keith, I got to choose which one. So I love that. But this one here is from Keith Forsyth. No title. It doesn't matter. You won't need one. When you meet her, show her all of you. There's only that one moment. That first kiss is the key. Kiss with meaning, with every ounce of you. Strength is nothing here. This kiss is everything. Show her there is nothing else, just her and you in this sharing. The world doesn't exist, only this one lover's kiss. Leave her breathless with pleasure, weak from reaction. Make her eyes shine with delight. Your eyes lost in her depths, as lips caress soul deep. This one moment in time decides.
And that's it now. I'm going to put my coat on. I'm going out looking for her. I'm going to buy a torch, 2 batteries. I'm going to shop.
Thank you, Keith and David and Scott and Colette. And who am I forgetting? And Chris, thank you, all of you. Y'all were fantastic. Oh my goodness gracious.
You read them beautiful, girl. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm sorry for the glitches every now and then, but I'm telling you, my emotions were getting to me.
You've been caught up totally in them. Marla, you've done brilliant. You've had a great selection for this week, and Wow, you're
Thank.
absolutely made up. You're most welcome.
And I wanted to say this about the poem of mine that Christine read, Concerto's Ghost. This is a true story. It's about a friend of mine who played piano from the time she was, say, 8 years old or so. And she developed an illness and unfortunately lost her hearing. So when she first went back to play, it was the pain of loss. And what the loss was hearing herself play. But here's the beautiful news. Once she did that first time, she continued to play,
Wow.
even though she could not hear what she was playing.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
That's what I call strength.
Yes. Me too. Me too.
That's what I call strength
That's a wonderful story.
and determination and a passion for what she did. And she played beautifully. I mean, she could play everything from what's the I can't remember the first thing you ever learned on the piano to Beethoven, Bach, whatever she could play.
Wow. And at such a
And
delicate age.
yeah, she started at 8 years old.
Yeah.
And she got sick when she was about 20. And yeah, it took her about a year to finally get back to playing, but she did, and she just played as beautifully as she did before.
Wow. Hey, guess what? Your number one fan has just come in, Ed Clinton. Hello, Ed Clinton.
Hi, Ed.
Marna, thank you so much for tonight. You are a star too. What can I say? We've got a ton to go through. And you're already on the pick for next week.
Yes, I'm gonna pick. I don't know who I'm gonna pick or what I'm gonna pick, but I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, you're already on the hunt. I know that much.
And I'm gonna go looking for some new ones again.
Good girl.
I'll try it.
Well, it brings the array and keeps the array nicely moved around. It's absolutely fabulous. There's millions out there. We've only touched the surface.
Oh, I know. I'm just glad I could bring y'all. I mean, that was quality poetry. I just could not. And then what Christine read, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, you know.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So y'all have a good evening and a good night and a good week.
Marna,
and
enjoy the week ahead. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Love you loads.
Love you all.
And I'll talk to you during the week in the messenger, and we'll sort out.
Yes, dear.
Yeah. Have a great week ahead. Mwah.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Mwah.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What can I say? Marna Dupree Badger, and again, beautiful reading and a wonderful, wonderful array of poetry. Nina, I need to see your camera again. It keeps going on and off, but it's not there now. I'm not seeing your camera now at the second. So I won't bring you in just yet because I can't. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've got your name, but I've got no ad until your camera shows up. Come on, Nina. Don't drag your feet, girl. Don't drag your feet. Get them in there. Give us a camera so we can bring you on. I'm going to read one now myself from the lineup I've got. And it's from a gentleman called Paul Sebastian. And I'll get Nina on first, I think. Maybe. Perhaps. Possibly.
Hello.
You're the only one that goes on the top of my screen that has a camera, that hasn't a camera. It's like playing hide and seek. Peekaboo. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, knackered.
Good. That's just what we need. Somebody who's knackered to lead us along.
Sorry, I'm very tired. Oh, bless. Yeah, no, fantastic day, really lovely day, but oh yeah, 6 children in one go, quite tiring.
Wow. And we didn't even know you were there.
Yeah, but yeah,
No,
so
no
people
wonder you're
understand,
knackered. My God almighty. Whoa.
so people understand what we're talking about. I've been to a christening today, and they have 6 children, so this was the youngest of 6. And yeah, they're a gorgeous family, and they are just stunning children. So it was a pleasure and a privilege to be a part of it. But yeah, I'm too old for 6 children in one go now. I can't handle it.
Oh, you're still only a child, for God's sake. When you get
I wish. Oh. No, they did her proud. The whole family did her proud, and it was just such a lovely day. But yeah, tired now. Tired now.
you're gonna be a lot tired out before we're finished. Oh my God Almighty!
Thanks.
Did you bring the crossword puzzle?
I can pull one up.
You can, guys. What we're gonna do as we go along, us two.
Are you really going to do it? I thought you
Us
were
two
joking.
fruitcakes. We do crosswords during the week where angels fear to tread. Believe fear to tread. They do.
Hang on, I need
I
to
think-
turn your volume.
The fear to tread with me to do with these crosswords. I'm useless, absolutely useless. But what we're going to do is get 4 clues. And we read the 4 clues out. We look for the answers from the audience. Yeah.
Are we doing cryptic or are we doing normal?
We do normal. I'm not going to the cryptic. I won't even be able to answer now. Oh, God Almighty. No. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a Paul Sebastian poem. Yeah.
All right then.
And it's called Believe in Yourself. I just like the name of the poem says the whole lot about the poem itself, yeah? Do not compare yourself with another. You are unique, like you no other. Your values grow, your character. You are born to be greater. Compare who you are today with who you want to be tomorrow. Just become more than yesterday. Don't carry forward. Gone days low. Look up, see what holds before you are of precious value. Believe you are of precious value. Chart course each day anew. Persist until your dreams come true.
Oh.
Believe.
Yeah, we'll do that, shouldn't we?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Have belief in yourself. I mean, sometimes when you do have a little bit of belief in yourself, your day is that much brighter.
Yeah,
It
yeah. Not
really is.
do.
Tomorrow might rain, but on that particular moment, on that particular day, feels great.
Yeah, not easy to do, but we need to do it, don't we? Or try to do it at least.
Of
Yeah.
course we do. Well, it's amazing. I've often seen it over the last few situations or a couple of weeks around myself. When you're the sun that shines, as they say, when you are glowing, it doesn't matter how low somebody may be. You can actually bring them into that sunshine. You can actually lift everything from them. Just in your positivity. We have so much inside. We have power beyond belief. That's why we're a pack animal.
True. Yeah, no, we certainly need each other around to lift and boost and support, don't we? It'd be a very sad world if we didn't. I know I get a lot of support from my friends and family. And yeah, there's a lot of things I probably wouldn't have got through if it hadn't been for them. So very lucky.
But you have given a lot of support, and you have been there for those and others. And this is what it's all about. It's not about giving to receive. It's about just the giving.
Yeah.
Among each other. And that leads to somebody giving and giving and giving. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think that my friends would say I was always there for them. I certainly try to be as much as possible. And as I say, it goes both ways, doesn't it? You know, I know that they're there for me. So
yes.
Yeah, lovely piece. Really lovely piece.
I love it. So what have you got? You've got a lot of pieces for us tonight, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I have. I am going to start. I know he can't be here tonight, but I'm going to start with, for those that were here last week, I read a piece from a friend of mine who had lost his nephew at the age of 16 as a passenger in a car accident. And the piece that I read last week was him writing from the point of view of the boy's mum, his sister-in-law. So, but it was actually a piece that was written some while after. It was quite a few months after. This one was actually the first one that was written, although again, this one was written several months after the accident. And it's called Fly High by Robin Mummery. Strip the sorrow from the world and leave behind the good. Yet still our lives won't be the same, at least not like they should. I know you walk beside me in every step I take. The sense of being close to you is one I cannot fake. Rest assured you're here with me as every new day starts, and thoughts of you will take me through until that day departs. I wake with each new morning and draw a breath of air, and as I dress to start the day, I know that you are there. Clouds may darken up the skies, the rain may fall with pace, but raindrops can disguise for me the tears upon my face. A golden beach alone I sit, the sand between my toes. Children play and parents laugh, unknowing of my woes. I never truly feel alone, how could I ever be? The brightness of your eyes I find reflecting on the sea. It's like you're holding hands with me as sand engulfs my palm, and feel your warm embrace again as wind wraps round my arm. The memory of losing you is one that we must carry. No longer will we see you shine or even see you marry, nor see you on parade again to reignite our pride. That is our memory now, locked away inside. You leave behind a sister, a mother and a dad, but also precious memories of the boy that we once had. If life has taught me anything, it's things aren't always planned. So if God has further use for you, I'll try to understand. For us you shone above the rest and stood out in a crowd. Of all that you've achieved and done, we couldn't be more proud. Thoughts of all the times we've shared will fill my every day, to make it that bit easier for me to go my way. The days and weeks will soon be months, the months will soon be years. Yet every time we think of you, it still evokes some tears. Have no doubt I'll think of you and hold you close within. Your name is always here with me, tattooed upon my skin. And just to keep you near to us and always in our sight, there's one new ray of sun each day and one new star at night.
There's not a comment or anything I could make to that. That's just so self-expressive. The sadness in it, the love in it.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It is absolutely beautiful. And I know
Yep.
it's in sadness, but like I said earlier on, there is niceness in sadness as well. And the niceness I speak of is the acceptance of the time spent together, not the time lost alone.
No,
That's great for going forward for anybody who loses a child.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's vital.
yeah. No, like you say, I mean, that one focuses on the positives. That's everything. You know, there are things in there like we won't see, we won't have, but there are a lot of positives in there as well. The things they did see, the things they did have, the time they had. So yeah.
That is the true blessing, isn't it? It's the time we share together.
Yeah, totally. You got one to read?
I got one to read. I'll brighten up a little bit after that one.
Yeah, please do. I had to get that one out the way first. I knew I did.
I knew you did, yes. And I knew
I knew it was sitting there.
Well, we've got a manic mechanic in the house.
Good.
From Sheila Webb. And we can just imagine what Sheila's manic mechanic is just going to be like.
We can indeed.
Before we get there, you gotta get this, don't you? I've got to enlarge this a little bit before I read it, I won't see it.
I did it in large print anyway. I thought I'll make it a bit larger.
Oh, this is large. This is mega large.
Okay.
Right. Manic Mechanic by Sheila Webb. His car was out of action, a useless piece of kit. And although he was a mechanic, that didn't help one bit. All those years of apprenticeship had surely gone to waste, as he scratched his head and pondered, and up and down he paced. His tools were laying idle, his manual would not help, and he didn't need a battery, petrol or fan belt. He could polish, clean and wax it, his sporty little car, but wax alone was useless, and it wouldn't get him far. So there he was, exhausted, feeling truly sick, and his shiny toy, his pride and joy, was about to get a kick. Diagnostic equipment, although a great invention, was not the gear he needed here, but divine intervention.
We've all had those moments.
He's normally very placid. He's not the man I knew. He's kicking and he's spitting, and the air is turning blue. Oh my God. He thought of how it should be, with the roof down in the breeze, and taking in the summer sun, if he hadn't lost the keys. It's a truly man thing, that. And I bet you he blames the wife.
Probably, yeah. Or the dog.
Where did you put me keys?
Yeah. We have that constantly. Where's so and so? I don't know. Where'd you put it down? Well, it's not there now. You must have moved it.
Sheila, you're a gem, an absolute gem. Wow.
That was a good uplift. That was, wasn't it? Well done.
Oh yes. So we always have something in the barrel, don't we?
Yeah. Well, that was kind of why, as I say, that there was two reasons why I knew I had to read that one first. One, because I knew it was sitting there, and I knew it was going to be hard for me to get through, and also I didn't want to end, with everyone feeling sad. So no disrespect to obviously Robin and the family, but yeah, it needed to be heard, it needed to be read, but not not tonight.
No. I think you've done very well. You put it on first, and I would have been thinking down the same lines as you. I would have read that poem first, yeah, without.
Yeah.
Just to say to Dale Warren, thank you, Dale. He's put up a lovely comment there of the show. Dale, it's been a pleasure having your company. Thanks very much for being with us.
Yeah, he's very interactive, isn't he? Which is really brilliant. That's what we want. So thank you, Dale. Yeah. This is Happily Never After by Alana Ifrig.
I seen the title on it. I nearly said Happy Ever After type stuff, yeah. And then I seen the end. That changes the whole context of this piece.
Doesn't it just? Yeah. So Happily Never After by Alana Isgrig. I am so sorry that you feel as though you've been dealt a bad hand, but at least now we both know just exactly where we stand. No longer do we need to carry on this charade, playing a part in this, the Fool's Day parade. No need to worry over me, your walking papers I hand over readily. Such little hope had I of ever meeting that red eye. Just a silly girl's pipe dream, a dress of vintage cream. Happily never after, such a mercurial state. Jekyll and Hyde, all we've seen of late. This you've always known, I cannot abide. An interchanging role we must acknowledge is taking its toll. Accepting your life of extracurricular, may we each find happiness, singular.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
Oh, yes.
Ouch.
Yes. Yeah.
That last word just.
I have bruises on my mind hearing that one.
Yeah.
I'm putrefied now.
Very clever. Very clever. I love that one. Extracurricular activity. Yeah.
Sometimes have to be said so straightforwardly, don't they?
yeah, totally. I mean, that's taking someone out at the knees, isn't it?
Oh,
Without being,
absolutely.
no swearing, no vulgarity. That's just cool, calm, and collected. That is. You can just
Oh,
imagine a woman. Like
I could hear the cool swish of the scythe as it
yeah, behind his
all the
back.
way through.
Totally.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That is lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. And then we have a new lady, Shelley Gambino, and wow, well, I spoke to you about this one, didn't I? I fell in love with this one because it's she writes very similarly to Debbie Klingel-Smith,
Yes.
and to Heidi McGurran. The three ladies catch my eye every single time. Well, a lot, obviously everybody does, but this one, I hope Shelley won't mind me saying. She told me that she lost her husband, and this is what she had to do. This is where she had to go and what she had to do to try and get herself over it. So this is one heck of a journey. This is. So it's called My Kaleidoscope Mind by Shelley Gambino. The composition of my life is made up with my kaleidoscope mind, as thoughts of fragmentation spark my overactive imagination, leaving never a dull moment with a run-on sentence that never seems to end. Similar to life through stained glass windows, with crackles of sunlight and disarray, my thoughts appear as that of the eyes of a fly. In multitudes they ricochet, constantly combating one after another. And so I write for momentary release, an ounce of freedom within myself, to focus on the here and now. But as I delve further in my mind, oh, the many places I have travelled, and the situations I have found myself in, including the River Jordan, welcoming my immersion, the land of the holy, where immortal felines touched my soul. From Maine to Georgia, down the coast, my truck found me and my cat a home, travelling down the shores, living on the road, and oh, the people I met to never forget. The journey to finding my soul led me to the islands of Peak, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, Tybee, and Hilton Head, cycling the track of Provincetown, absorbing the beauty of the salt marshes. Then a graveyard in the Outer Banks I found, where poetry was on every stone. Long live their eternal inscription. And the West, oh, how could it ever be one, in its pure heavenly form and complete desolation, where people are scarce and animals outnumber them. And oh my, the mountains of glory to the Most High. Praise to the Creator and his palette so grand, to have even dreamt up of such a land, and not to exclude the 550, Red Mountain Pass, the lookout. The fear, the excitement brought me back to life, to feel again. The beauty of Seattle, Washington, the rainforest, the log that saved me. Seeing the distance of Mounts Rainier and Hood, Yellowstone with stampedes of bison, and Montana with elk so huge in the storm of snow, travelling up to Polebridge at night. The gates were closed to Glacier National Park due to the season. The best memory was a photo taken, heading east with the sun setting in the rear view. It was like leaving the past and beauty behind in the shadows of my mind, a memory vault. The image once captured now remains a photo in my mind. It's no wonder I ramble in a world filled with so much. Missoula, Montana, a day from Elk City. I choose not to remember. However, the hitchhiker in Idaho, my heart he did touch. Jesus died of a broken heart. Give until it stops hurting. I felt he knew the depth of my soul, with the heartfelt loss of my husband taking its toll. So I drove and drove, and I will never stop. Road tripped it to Florida with my twin, sipping for my youth at the fountain. It was on Tybee where I found lifelong friends. Twin Leandra, the cutest with Devon, oh so sharp. along with Debbie, the artist, Day, who captures life and heart in all of her work. Heaven forbid my heart belongs to the ocean, to the friends, to my healing, to the tranquil calmness brings out in me, even as the waves ravish all that's inside, perpetuating my sanity in a world I cannot hide, in all God's glory to bring me back to me. Looking through the world of stained glass windows, mirrors the thoughts of abundance that carry me with my kaleidoscope mind.
That is one big adventure.
Isn't it a journey? Yeah. And I said to her, I've travelled it with you. I mean, it just, you know, I mean, I know it was a whistle stop tour, but wow. And yeah, I can picture it. I can picture that her doing it and having to do it for that reason. So I want to say a really big thank you to her for letting us read that one, because it obviously meant a lot. Yeah.
Definitely. We just had Alahana go up, Alahana Isgrig, and she's guys for being so late. We're sorry to see you come in, Alahana, and the poem has just been read shortly ago.
Alahana, you can watch it on catch up, my lovely.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sod's love.
Yeah.
That is one hell of a piece, that is. That is one journey.
Wasn't it incredible? Yeah.
But what a way to let yourself out from inside of yourself, hey?
Yeah.
Release.
And I love the thought of a kaleidoscope mind as well. And it was, I mean, it you know, she went so many places, did so many things, saw so many things, obviously had experience, you know, spiritual experiences and what have you. Just a lovely piece, really lovely piece. I enjoyed that.
Oh, it's okay, Alejandra. There's no need to apologise. Honestly, there's no need to apologise. You will get it on catch up. You will get it on catch up when we put the recording up. So long as I get it up properly and I don't mess it up, I mean, we will have a recording. I know.
And then I've got Witches and Muses by Jeanette Nell.
This one intrigues me. This one really, really intrigues me. Witches and Muses.
Yes. Say why.
Oh, no, come on. I just want to be intrigued.
Okay. Witches and Muses by Jeanette Nell LaRue. I can almost hear witches cackle when I see myself dressed in a honeycomb of naked words of unwritten poetry. But then again, I find myself drifting back and forth on fairy-footed dreams, occasionally on tides of uncertainties. Emotions are carried blatantly in poetry, mostly fevered by red sunsets and dark nights, accentuated by strident tattoos of words, weaved by spiders and a gamut of soul-stirring joys and sorrows. Memories linger in my mind. Sometimes no words will formulate when featureless phantom listeners utter scornful laughs at my attempts, and I wonder whether muses giggle too. I wonder if they do.
Me too.
I think my muses have a good laugh at me.
Have you ever sat down to write something and you get so far, especially when you're writing on the humorous side, the comedic side? And I mean, even as the writer, I've come to points where I've sat down and I've written something and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I can put that in there. That is just too much.
I know.
One of the funniest parts of the piece is you've actually,
and
it can take you by surprise, you know. And again, I think muses do laugh, especially the comedic side of poetry.
Oh God, yeah.
They have to laugh at us.
I think the thing is, if you've thought it, write it. It's not going to be for all audiences.
No.
And you know, what appeals to you wouldn't necessarily appeal to me, vice versa. I know we have similar sense of humour and fairly similar taste, but you know, somebody might find something incredible and I'll read it and think, oh. You know, each to their own.
And that happens. That can happen quite frequently. And that's,
Yeah.
I think, on the same level as yourself and myself, we have that great honourable thing of everything is equal.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than anything else. We don't think in that line. We have the same thought process of somebody has spent time and given effort to produce this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Beth, well, you know, I met my friend Beth yesterday for lunch, and then we ended up in Hart's bookshop. Fatal. We've both decided that when we die, we're going to haunt a bookshop. We're just going to sit on a little stool in the corner and read all the books in the bookshop and never come out again. That's going to be our heaven. That is.
You mean you think you got to die to haunt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Oh God.
But we're just going to rummage through bookshops for eternity. And we were in the poetry section yesterday, obviously, and it's like you want to immerse yourself into the shelves. You want to just blend into the shelves and just absorb it all, and wonderful.
That's a lovely feeling.
But do you know what? You know, she was picking books up and reading them, and she was going, "Oh, I love this piece. I love this piece. Always like this piece." And some of them, yeah, I could understand why, and some of them I'd think, no, not for me. So, you know, as I say, it's each to their own, really, isn't it? We all have different likes and dislikes, and so be it. C'est la vie.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Just gonna say, where's she gone? Eva. She's saying hi to us. Hi, Eva.
Oh, Eva.
The whatchamacallit. That, like I said, it's very hard to keep up with the going up and down. And Dave Greenan's in. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you.
Hello, Dave.
Lovely to see you there. So what you got to do next one before I do one?
Well, I was just going to say, how many more have you got? I've got 1, 3. Okay, so if I do 1, and then you do 1, and then I'll do 2, yeah?
Yeah, go on then.
So this is the lovely Annie Johnson. Finally, you tracked her down.
I did.
And it's beautiful. It's called, even the title's just melty. In the whispery quiet of the night. In the whispery quiet of the night, only I exist and silently be. In the depths of my soul, I give birth to your being. I see your face, feel your breath, trace the contours of your body, and feel the quickening of your pulse. I see you in my mind, standing, an outline in the sun, a silhouette. Beloved in all the arcs of sacred light, emanating from the soul within the man. In the whispery quiet of the night, when thoughts and dreams catch fire, to become living vapours of breath that soar beyond tomorrow's reach and obscurity, yours is the quickening life inside me. Dreamlike exhalation of my breath, stirring the blood of 1,000 births. To flood my soul with your light in the whispery quiet of the night, you were born to exist with me, the silent apogee of dreamlike states and love's divine creativity.
I just love this woman's poetry. And you know what? It was by the Book of the Irish I came across that I discovered after speaking to her on the messenger text. She's been put in Facebook jail.
Oh.
That's why she has not been around for a little time.
Oh, Annie.
They're doing this to everybody when they
it's getting beyond the
kind of spam and stuff like that. I mean, God Almighty, do these guys even read the things that these people, each and every one of us, actually post? They let it's unbelievable.
I know, they let you create groups that have tens and hundreds of thousands of people in them.
Yeah.
And then when you're interactive with them or amongst them, they consider that you're spamming. Get your act together, Facebook.
Exactly, yes.
Although
we thank them for our platform. For God's sake, stop banning the poets for silly, nonsensical things.
Yeah.
Really and truly, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, well, I did actually. I mean, well, I've not been put in Facebook jail, but I have had the where I've been banned from commenting for half an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
And the first time it happened to me, I was like, what? And it really took me quite a while to work out what was going on. And then I was livid. I was absolutely frothing at the mouth.
But
So
show you how absolutely daft it is.
yeah, so I sent them a bit of
Daft.
snotty. And I didn't get an automated response. I did actually get a personal response. And they said that it was something they were looking into. So time will tell. I don't know. Obviously, they've been bombarded by angry poets, I would like to
But we
think.
always come back with a bang, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we're just right about it.
Really show them up. Hello, Wendy Rockcroft. How are you? And Janice Fisher. How are you, Janice? Lovely to see them both in. Yeah, we just come back with a bang. We write about it. We'll absolutely denounce everything and spit our dummies and rattles out of the
Yeah, yeah.
We've got to nearly
Well,
light up.
like I've said to you before, that phrase is I'm going to have it etched on my tombstone. It's something about never upset a poet, for the deed shall be immortalized.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
And isn't it true? We write about it, you know.
We do.
We will name and shame, or we will do it, you know, a little bit more surreptitiously, maybe.
I can't remember the names of my dead to my ink. I really and truly can't. But it's been a few. Yeah. Yeah. There's some inky corpses around.
Corpses, I like it. Brilliant. Go on then. Who have you got now?
Right. We got me.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm gonna go make a couple of them.
Yeah, I think you should. Really, I think you should. Make
No.
will you?
I love your works. Come on.
Here we go. Here we go. Now I can't see with the smoke.
I'm blowing. I'm blowing.
This one is called Be Patient.
Always.
You have to be with me, don't you?
Yeah.
Here we go. Sometimes I do forget things. They slip out of my mind. It's not that I'm being malicious. It's not meant to be unkind. Please be patient with your judgment. Don't rush to put me down. For I'll always hold you in my heart and be glad you are around. Alone, I sometimes worry. When around this house I roam, and nothing seems familiar here, in this place I once called home. I look up at the faces, in the pictures upon the wall, each one a complete stranger. No names can I recall. At times I laugh at nothing, or cry unending tears. My mind is all so jumbled. I'm living with my fears. Nighttime has no meaning, and daytime even less, as I struggle for understanding how I got into this mess. It's like time came to a standstill, and the hands go round no more, and I'm wishing for just one moment things could be as they were before. So please be patient with your judgment. Don't rush to put me down, for I'll always hold you in my heart and be glad you are around.
Oh, that's lovely.
It is.
But I know I tease you mercilessly. But yeah, I've got it sticks in my craw, but I've got to admit you write beautifully. No,
Oh.
you do. Your writing always speaks to people, always, and it's just beautiful. It is. It's always very giving, and I think everybody can relate to every one of your pieces. It's in some way or another. So you got the gift. You got the gift.
Oh. Wow.
That's it. That's all you're getting. That's it. That's enough for a year now. All right, soak it up. Make the most of it. That's all you're getting.
I've had it. When you see my post after the show, there will be no living with it.
Oh, God. Would Would you like to get your head out the door now?
Never going out the door now. That's it. Now you've just you just caused irreparable damage to the house now.
Brain damage. Oh God. Swollen head damage.
Diane, Myrna, Chris. Oh wow! Look what you've started now. Go on before I start sniffling.
I'm only speaking wise words. I speak the truth.
Go on.
No, I think we should flannel you a bit more because it's making you embarrassed.
It
You've
is.
gone-
Absolutely. Look at me. I'm absolutely.
I know. Look at your
Macho.
peachy little cheeks. So sweet. Right, okay. And here we have the lovely Debbie Klinglesmith.
Yes.
And again, Debbie, as I say, like Shelley and like Heidi, they just write the most breathtaking pieces, full of description, takes you out of this world, way, way out of this world. And I want to live in Debbie's world because it's just a much nicer place, really.
Yes.
So this is called Beloved by Debbie Klinglesmith. Inside the thin blue line I gaze, where the nightfall meets the sea, clothed in indigo stars in an azure haze, among the celestial creatures unknown, concealed, I live alone. Deep into my mother's glass green eyes I gaze, boring into mine as she slowly frays, orbiting my soul in her secret ways. Coalescing, we fracture, then fade. Weaving webs to catch the wind, invisible, we drift through the ebony end, sifting through bitter days. Time enlarges me without mutation, archaic symbols erased, redrawn, carved upon her wrinkled brow by waters drawn from an ancient well, a wishing well once here, now gone. Within the sphere's melodic sounds I swell, symbolic, mystique, sublime, burning through my central core, my core of timeless time. I give birth in a pool of starlight, our earth souls interlace. They mingle, they entwine. As she shivers into atoms, she forms by herself. Together they slowly combine, temporally stranded within. Our dimensionless night, now together, we slowly take flight. This is our secret cosmic worship, giving birth to my miraculous progeny, enraptured by her immortal beauty. She trembles on a beam of light, clothed in her sacred celestial fire, my secret anomaly. Blinded by the blossoming new moon, her mercurial spiral movement flows. With grace she tilts, then lilts and glows, while suspended on spears of bright pink silken tears. Emerging from her watery cocoon, fulfilling her destiny as she grows. In humming susurrations and thinning call, my penumbra the dinge soon bless. Iftar ya Simsim, our married yells, tinkling within her burnished bells, as her wings emerge from opalescent shells, the celestial cymbals harmonically clash. While silently in our nebulous dream, caught in the current of this cosmic stream, travelling like lightning in the silver stream, newborn, she shivers gold. And what was new becomes the old, with aquamarine, sapphire, ruby, and ash. She carves a map of herself on our skin, binding our souls to hers within all eternity. Spinning our cries forever together, wordlessly. Where we're going, none can guess. My gypsy girl, my changeling lass. Through a quivering sliver, she gently flows, where the starlight meets the sea, into the perilous beauty of mooted half-light, slippery as some misty hydra. Lissom, she shivers through the night, poised in a soft, curdled mass. Awakening, interlacing, she's pulling us too, into her own self-formed universe, boundless and star-strewn, travelling together, a triad holding hands. We can faintly make out an echoing tune. Lilith, Lilith, beloved of the moon.
Ooh, dearie me.
Oh,
No, keep reading. I don't want to come back out of this one. I want to stay in there.
I don't
I want
either.
to stay
I'm in a
in there.
bubble.
Wow.
I'm in a bubble now, and I just, oh, Debbie, I love you. I just, you marry me, Debbie, please.
God almighty.
Oh, just stunning, absolutely stunning. Yeah,
I can
yeah.
picture Debbie's house. It's like one of those you see in the fairy tale books, like made out of a mushroom or something. Yeah.
Wind catchers and everything. Yeah, I have seen a few pictures, but yeah, wind catchers, as you'd imagine, wind catchers, seashells. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Debbie is a very rare spirit, I feel, and oh, I'd love to connect with her, but yeah,
Just
yeah.
want to say hello to our friends there. Jennifer Polonetsky is in. Jennifer's gone there. Wow, must be all ours in Australia.
Yeah, goodness only knows.
Yeah.
And then I have one more. Oh my goodness, this man was hard to track down. I finally got him. I got my man.
You man.
I got my man.
So the chap was...
his name is G. Dylan McKinsey Robinson.
Are you sure that's his name?
But he has signed off as Dylan McKinsey, so that's how I've put the poem. And it's called Shady Truths. Ooh. All nature, like a river snake, moves with rhythm in her waves, as I, like waters, try to save her beauty on the lake. It seems, though, water cannot stay, as warming sunshine lifts it high to cumulus and bright blue sky, where serpents rest at close of day. I wonder at the garden gate what turns such beauty to a lie, and how he loved with appled eye the ripples of their fate. Yet darkness lets the sunshine show, as ripples do the serpent's way, and moonbeams hold a bit of day, as shadows tell us what we know. So look at nature as she waves, the patterns life reveal to sight, the clouds by day, the stars at night, and what she always saves. The mystery here's not patterns made, nor things we capture with the eye, but unseen things that make us sigh, resting in the shade.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
That last stanza, oh, just again, you know, people are so clever with the way that they tie everything up in a nice neat little ribbon, aren't they?
Oh yes.
Yeah, loved that, loved it. Beautiful again. And yeah, the language, that's the language again that speaks to me. I love that kind of writing.
The whole,
great pick.
As we were talking about when we're not on there, when we're talking away, is the array of poetry.
Yeah.
There are that many poets out there, and more are coming forward to be acceptable to be asked and the poems be read.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there are some beautiful poems out there, some wonderful writers.
Oh, absolutely.
Before, yeah. There's nobody better than anybody else. We all put our words out to share them with each other. And the want for sharing now is actually growing. I'm absolutely loving it.
I find it very difficult to know what to do for the best, because we used to finish the show on a Sunday, and then more or less on a Monday I'd go out and I'd start looking for things. And then kind of as the rest of the week went on, I'd think, oh, there's so many good ones passing me by. So I kind of leave it now. Literally, I went out, I think it was Friday, and I found all of those in probably an hour.
Yes.
And I was like, I'll have that one, I'll have that one, I'll have that one. It was like supermarket sweep. I was going down the aisles with my trolley and just scooping everything off the shelves. but then I've missed the ones at the beginning of the week. So it's so difficult. Maybe I need to just pick one a day throughout the week or something, because there's just so many.
Situation, because we're always going to come across this kind of situation, no matter what, we will come across it, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really is unfortunate. And it's like, just like what Eva Maria's just said now, really nice variety tonight.
Yeah.
And it is the variety that we end with from the Marna's picked hers, you've picked yours, I've sent some over to Christine, and she's also picked 5 herself. It's a great variety, and it's brilliant that we have such a variety at hand to share on the show.
It made me laugh when Christine was reading the 5 of ours out, and people are going, "Oh, I know that one. I've heard that one. Oh, I can't remember whose it was though." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh, charming. That's nice." So you've read my poem and you don't remember. That's lovely.
Yeah, I came through at the end, didn't I?
No, you got it wrong. You got me and Myrna the wrong way round, or me and
came right through, didn't I? All the way.
That's your version of coming through, is it? Brilliant.
Fail anybody whatsoever. Absolutely magnificent.
Lovely.
Well,
so you're done now, aren't you? And I'm done.
No, we're not done. How can you be done? You've not even read one clue out of the crossword. How dare thee?
Do you seriously want to do crossword clues with the audience?
Let's ask the audience, would you like a piece of crossword? We'll do this every week.
I can't keep the same crossword for a week or weeks.
Well, then you write it in the messenger if you want to. I'm not.
It refreshes every day.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's forget the crossword then.
All right then. We'll keep it just between us.
Just keep it between us. God, I'll be tormented for the week. Here we go.
I like shouting at you down the phone.
You know, we have 2 quotes for the week ahead. I picked 2 out of 4, yeah? So I'm going to do the first one. It's nice, it's short, it's sweet. And it means a lot because I think we can go to bed and take too much on our mind going to sleep that we still have it when we wake up. And it's like having a suitcase on your chest. So this one is, just remember everybody, each new day is a new beginning. And it is a new beginning.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
And the second one, the tides of nature's seasons are much like the tides of life. Accept them as such. I mean, we go through life, we have spring, summer, autumn, winter, don't we? And we accept because we've been brain trained that it's spring, summer, autumn, winter, yeah?
Brain trained? You've really got to get out of the conspiracy.
Oh, listen, you got it all wrong. It is true. I mean, if tomorrow we took a classroom of 6 children and 6 children in the classroom, we told them that autumn was spring, winter was summer, yeah? And so forth, they would go through life thinking that those were the seasons.
Okay.
Just because
I'm quite
all
happy.
Of 8 billion Muppets over the years grew
I'm
up.
quite happy believing that winter is winter and autumn is autumn, even if I am brainwashed.
What you see is winter, snowflakes and cold. Winter isn't snowflakes and cold, it's all sunshine.
Is it? Like the Australians?
This is what I mean. There is a difference, isn't there?
There is.
Or a conspiracy theory. It's
oh no, they've got to you.
Hey?
They've got to you.
Of course they got.
They've affected your speech to stop you saying anything now.
This is what I'm saying. They send these signals through the air. They're like Wi-Fi. 4G, 5G, 6G, 7G.
Yeah, and we all know how good your internet is, don't we?
Oh, we do. That's why they can't get me all the time. It's a ploy.
No, Chris, he probably hasn't taken his medication, or not enough of it anyway.
That's true. I'm glad you reminded me, Chris.
He's not taking one he should be taking, let's put it that way.
But wasn't that a seasonal beauty, wasn't it? Just a seasonal. So we're going to finish together on the struggles of our life. And I think they wanted
They wanted a couple of crossword questions, actually. They said yes.
Who said yes?
Chris and Wendy, I think, said yes.
I'll buy a crossword book then. Oh, my. This is
Rude!
like a crossword book shop.
So rude.
Go on then. What's the first one? 4 letters.
No, 8 letters. Conquer. As in Conquer.
So it's not a chestnut.
No, it's not chestnut. I know.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you want to share it with us?
No, let people guess. Conquer.
Okay.
Conquer. 8 letters.
You're not expecting an answer off me, surely to God.
Yeah, come on. You've been appalling lately.
I did. I said chestnut and I was wrong, wasn't I?
Pull your bootstraps up. Come on. It's easy. It's easy.
Is it?
Conquer. 8 letters.
Yeah. The only conquer I know is defeat. You know, 6 letters.
Vanquish.
What?
Yay, Dave Greenan. Vanquish.
Brilliant. Well done, guys. I'm proud of you. Next one.
Oh, God. Okay. Diabolical. 8 letters.
I'll let you get on with the crossword. I've got stuff to sort out here.
Diabolical. 8
Oh,
letters.
it's not vanquish again.
No, why would it be? Yeah, it's a whole crossword full of vanquish. Come on, guys. Diabolical. 8 letters.
Abysmal.
No.
No.
That's 7. Come up. Devilish. No, not devilish, Wendy. Oh, you're quite good. No, not venomous, Myrna. It does end in ish, though, Wendy. So you were almost there. No.
So what was the clue again?
Diabolical.
With an ish.
With an ish at the end.
Has an ish at the end, guys.
It's not devilish. It is not devilish. But it is ish.
It's only 8 letters, guys.
No, shall I put you up here? Yes, Christopher! Well done. Fiendish.
Well done, Chris. That
Nice.
Google is doing you great. Keep Googling.
Right. I'm going to be doing crosswords with Chris now. I'm dumping you.
Thank God.
Right, one more then, because otherwise we'll bore the rest of the audience.
Come on.
7 letters, guilty party.
Accused.
Nope. Guilty party, 7 letters.
Culprit.
Yes! Mr. Cavanagh got one! Yay! T-shirt over the head. No, don't do that. Brilliant. All right then.
This is T. Mark that one down.
Right, okay. All right, now that you're on a roll, I'll give you one more.
Who?
This is easy. This is easy. One who is not present. 8 letters.
Absentee.
Mr. Kavanagh's got 2 in a row. He's back. He's back his stamp. Oh my goodness me. Right, do you want to go out on a high? I think we better start there.
I was saying this.
Or do you want to go for a hat trick? Do you want to go for a hat trick?
This is so relevant to the crossword. This piece is the struggles of our life.
All right then. Right, I'll give you one more. Yeah. This is your hat trick, okay? This is 4 and 4. Lab vessel. L-A-B. Lab vessel. Easy.
Land vessel.
Lab. L-A-B.
Lab vessel. I got a clue.
Oh, you disappoint me.
I've never been in a lab. Well, I have. I've been the guinea pig. You know.
Right, what do they mix things in? 4 and 4. Wendy. Oh, you see, Wendy.
Well done. Thank you.
Wendy. Thank you very much, Wendy. Right, well, you've lost your moment of glory, I'm afraid, haven't you, really? You fell by the wayside. You fell at the final hurdle.
It's a good job I did because I wouldn't have shut up posting on Facebook. I never would have shut up posting on Facebook.
This is true. This is very true. Right. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah. So
Silly nonsense.
we'll finish off with a little what's it called again?
Moral story.
Well done. Congratulations.
I have my moment.
Called Struggles of Our Life.
Okay.
Because they start off in Once Upon a Time mode. I love the Once Upon a Time mode, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's so true to life. A woman complaining. Oh my God. There you go. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable, as she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen, filled the 3 pots with water, and placed each on a high fire. He's a cannibal. Sorry,
Don't
sorry.
do it.
I do apologise. Here we go. Whew. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one, eggs in the second, and the daughter in the third. No, the big coffee beans in the third one. He then left them sit and boil, without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned and impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. He pulled the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. He then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. You're really chomping on the bit now, aren't you? Turning to her, he asked, "Daughter, what do you see?" "Potato, eggs, and coffee," she hastily replied. "Look closer," he said, "and touch the potatoes." She did and noted they were soft. After 20 minutes, I gotta get some of them spuds. He then asked her to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. "You're happy for the change," he said. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He then explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but in boiling water it came out soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with the thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put into the boiling water. Then, the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. "Which one are you?" he asked his daughter. "When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean?" Moral of the story: in life, things happen around us. Things happen to us. But the only thing that truly matters is how you choose to react to it and what you make out of it. Life is all about leaning, adopting, and converting all the struggles that we experience into something positive. That's a good moral story, actually.
Well, yeah, normally it is.
Yeah. I mean,
When you haven't got someone interspersing comments.
yeah, well, I mean, she could have just bloody well made a cup of coffee at the start, couldn't she? And she'd have been out of all of this. Good God Almighty. The poor father gets all the problems. He has to boil the potatoes. He has to boil the eggs. And he has to make the coffee. Do you know, 60 years ago, that was the woman's job. She made her father do it. Yeah, she did. It's in the moral story. You've gone very quiet. Have you
Oh,
gone?
you and I officially over now then? How very dare you?
11 letters. Yeah.
Chauvinist. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. In
It's only
one
10 though.
shot.
It's only 10. So you can't add up either.
Add an S, it makes 11. Chauvinistics, yeah.
Chris, are you free to do crosswords with me online?
What can I say? Oh, Nina, there's been a great response again tonight. And last week we were really up and running again because we got a great crowd last week, great responses. And right up to right up to this morning, there were still people going to the show from last week.
Yeah, no, good following. Thanks for staying with us through glitchy problems. I mean, it's just internet. There's nothing we can do about that. But yeah, please stay with us because we will always be here, come hell or high water.
Oh yes. I mean, it just gets a little bit frustrating. I mean, it does for me.
Yeah.
Having to come off, having to come back on, having to come off, having to come back on. But tonight, there's the amazing thing. The problems we experienced at work, with the broadband, not a problem now. It's all broadbanded now since we started back up. Yeah, I've come off the wire onto the broadband like you suggested. Me and Messenger. So I followed your advice. Went onto the broadband, and we haven't had a hitch.
Yeah, no, I think you're, for whatever reason, your Wi-Fi is too glitchy in your area. So are you on 3G or 4G?
I'm on 4G.
Yeah, so stick to that from now on. I think it seems to be less jittery.
Yeah, because there's been no complaints. I know Chris had a bit of a glitch earlier on. Yeah,
I think that was Chris. I think he blipped.
I think next week I best take that pill. What do you think?
Mightn't be a bad idea.
And I'm not reading another moral story about complaining women. God, I'm not able for it. Look at me blood pressure now. God almighty.
No, there you go. Once again, take the tablet.
Hey?
Take the tablet.
For what?
Blood pressure.
Nah. You don't want to take them. You know, it's a matter of fact, they can kill you.
Can they?
Yeah.
Oh, go on, do tell me the story. No, don't. I was only
they can actually kill you. They really can.
No.
Listen.
No. Zip.
Zip.
Zip. No. No. Say goodnight.
Is this just in case someone else has blood pressure tablets?
There's no blood pressure tablets in this house yet.
Well, I think a few people are going to need them after this now tonight. Really. Neil, it's been a pleasure. You're an absolute star. Thanks a million. And
Thank you, love.
All that I've done tonight is mostly down to you getting it all together for me and sending it off. I'm so appreciative. I really am. Thanks a million.
You're very welcome.
Have a beautiful night.
Yeah, I'm going to bed now. I'm exhausted.
I gotta get on my bike. And I gotta go. You know where I've gotta go, don't you?
I know where you've got to go, yeah.
And to the station early in the morning to see the little chauffeur trains all in a row. See the engine driver driving his little engine. Choo, choo, away we go.
Ah. Oh, what a lovely way to end. All aboard.
That note.
Yes.
Good night and God bless everybody. It's been an absolutely wonderful night. Well worth the time to be spent among everybody here. Nina, thank you. Have a good rest. It's well deserved.
Kids, who needs them?
Look, I've just impressed hell out of Chris Edridge.
Yes, he did it again, Chris. It's going to be a regular feature, so you might want to pull up your braces.
That's me play out song. Good night,
Alahan. Signature tune now.
Tune now. Good night, Wendy, Marna, Jennifer. Nina, we will start the whole process again tomorrow.
Lovely. I should look forward to it.
You won't. You're going to wait till Friday again. You've just gotten yourself a routine. Diane Boyce, good night.
Well,
And thank you so much for being there again.
I'll do it in between other things. I'm being abandoned this week again, so.
Oh my God, oh my.
I know, he's leaving me again. What can I say?
Yeah, he's on his merry way.
Yeah.
Good God.
Going up to swing his haggis and lift up his kilt.
Oh God.
I know. I don't know what Glasgow's got. I have. Braveheart. Right, I will no doubt.
God bless you. Love you. Have a great night.
Night, everybody.
Easy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What can I say? There's that woman that keeps me on my toes on this show all the time. Gives me this kind of stuff to read out. Oh my God almighty. It will get me killed. It'll get me absolutely killed. Ladies and gentlemen, Christine, Myrna, Charlotte, Chris, and Nina, thank you very much for being there with me and being there for all the crowd for this wonderful show. This does so much for so many, and inside of ourselves, it does so much for each of us individually in the team. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful week ahead, and everybody that's been here tonight, thank you so much for all your company and all your comments. Dave Greenham, you be getting that haggis. Have an absolute brilliant week ahead, everybody. Love yous to pieces. May your God go with you. And see you all, hopefully, next Sunday. Chris, you are more than welcome. Good night, God bless all.